Good morning, guys. This is Abraham coming to you from My Mastermind. Going to be touching back with Manuel here. If you guys are jumping on, let me know. We're sharing one of the stories that we've had here, and Manuel just hopped on. Can you hear me good, Manuel?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I wasn't too sure if we're going to be able to connect.
Boy, that's a nice view.
Yeah. Yep.
That's nice.
So we got a little private pool here outside of our cabana here. But yeah, you can see the ocean back there in the back.
That's nice.
How you been doing?
Good. My offer still stands about me being your bodyguard. It's only on trips only.
Why not?
Right.
I want to kick us off here. Anybody just looked at what we've been doing, we're in the life-changing business, so we're in the personal development field, and what we do is we help people really ultimately live the way they want to live. And we're businessmen as well. We like to work with other businessmen. So whether you're starting off as an entrepreneur or you're already weathered in the entrepreneurial aspect of things, you're already running your own business or companies, or if you got a company, one of the biggest things that I've known that's really helped me develop myself was unlearning and relearning. And that's not just one aspect of my life. It's going to go in everything. But it's definitely a big plus in the business sector. And the reason why you want to unlearn and relearn is because we came into our habitat, we came into our environment, and we received information. And according to that level of information, that's your foundational structure. And if you want to go beyond that, you got to be willing to unlearn and relearn. So that means you got to take on new habits, you got to take on new behaviors, you got to be another person, right? And so through this process, Manuel was looking for business consulting, and he was wanting to find somebody that could help him out, look at business and what he's doing, and also personal development in general, right?
Yeah.
Last week we talked about the changes that you've been making, and as whenever you first came on, you met us, and your development, and how you've been applying this information. I want to kind of pick your brain on how this information has worked for you in business, and how you're seeing a different point of view on how business works.
It's helped me out a lot. It's helped me, like, especially on my decision making. Like, I'm making better decisions now. And also just a whole bunch of little things being and then another thing, like going through a terrible, like, when you hit that wall where you can't cross over, or the fear, it's taught me how to break through it, not to let that hold me back. And it's taught me what that is. Like, it's just your old programming that's kind of keeping you from trying to do bigger and better things.
Right. So you felt the program. You felt that when you're stuck, right? You know when it is. When you're there,
yeah.
Right? Now that you have the information, how find it?
And then a lot of people don't see that.
What would you say to people that really don't know they're stuck? How do you identify when you're stuck?
You can feel it. You feel the fear. You feel the doubt, the worry. You start thinking like that's all you can be. Like that's what you're just made. Just wherever you're at, it makes you feel like that's all you can accomplish. But that's not true.
Right. So I would say, what's a good measuring stick to identify when you're stuck?
A good measuring stick?
Let's look at the results.
I don't know.
Right. What kind of
The what?
conditions would you have?
I didn't hear that part.
What kind of results and conditions would somebody be living in if they're stuck?
Oh yeah, just like I don't know how to say. Just check out your surroundings.
Yep.
Just check out your surroundings. The people that you're with, the people that you hang around with.
Are they stuck? Are they still making the same amount of money? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Money is a good yardstick to measure, right? You can measure the way you're living, the place that you're living, the amount of income you've been earning. Are you still making the same amount of income the last 3 months, the last 6 months, right? That's a good yardstick,
Yeah.
whether you're growing or not.
Yeah.
And you said it.
That's funny because I even brought that up this morning too, because I got somebody else here working with me, and I was kind of telling her about this, and automatically she's like, "Oh, I know how to do this." Like, no, you don't. You can see it, and one of it is the money. Just where you're making so much money and not making making more.
Yep. Yeah, money is a big yardstick in knowing where you're at on level awareness. But there's level awareness in money, right? Money controls your behavior. It controls your income. It controls your experiences. It controls the way you experience your relationships, the places you go. It controls the house you live in. Money controls the car you drive. Money controls every aspect of your life because it's directly tied to the trade. It's directly money. Start thinking about money as energy, and money is directly attached to energy. Money is energy, right? So you've got to transact your way through life, no matter where you're at, what you're doing, right? So this amount you earn is going to be always in equal proportion to the need for what you do. So if your level of awareness is you don't know how to change your level of awareness to earn the amount of money the way you want to live up here, you may say, well, I want to live like a millionaire and I want to be a millionaire, right? So to be a millionaire, you have to have a millionaire mindset. This is what a lot of people don't understand. They think, well, I know this information or I know what I'm doing. The results always tell the truth. Are you living this lifestyle? Yes or no? Right? If you're earning $50,000 a year, you're not earning $50,000 a year because you can't earn more. You're earning $50,000 a year because that's all you think you can earn. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're not earning $100,000 a year because you can't earn more than $100,000 a year. You're earning $100,000 a year because that's all you think you can have or all you think you can do. And what we're teaching people is that you can escalate this ladder, but it's got to be a different mindset. You can't have the same mindset. Can you tell me a couple of things that has changed your mindset in this program that's changed your income? I think you've doubled your income within a few months, 3 or 4 months. Can you tell me how your mindset has shifted to alter the way you think to give you different ideas to generate more income?
The level of awareness. If you're just having that low, how can I say it? You got to think outside the box. You got to think outside the box to get bigger things. You can't get bigger results with the same old results.
Right. So that mindset has to shift. You've done something that's big. There's not a lot of people that double their annual income, right? That had to have shifted. That means something inside of you. It wasn't physical. The physical happens because there's a mental action happen first, right?
Yeah.
So as you started to shift the way you think, mentally, the results started to shift externally, right?
Right.
And this is what you keep doing. Why are you staying in this program?
It's helping me get to where I want to get to. My belief has changed. Now I believe I can make 7 digits. Back then, I really didn't even think about even coming close to 7 digits.
Yep. So what's shifted now that you've been working with us? Now your goal is to be a millionaire. Why now the million? Why not the million 10
My
years ago?
belief has changed. My confidence has changed. My level of awareness has changed. Um, Man, there's a whole bunch of things that's changed.
Good. The biggest thing that
But
was
and it's also too. I mean, it's not all about the money too. Like this also, it's also like made my relationship better with my kids, with my girlfriend, all that. Just it's crazy.
yep. And the reason I want everybody to understand this, it's not it, the belief has to change first. I go back and I look at myself. Why wasn't I going after millions monthly? Why was that even on my radar? Well, my belief wasn't there yet. But when the belief changes, the results change. When the belief changes, the actions change. So what I want everyone to understand is, and it's a process. You've been with us for a year. You're continually growing. Your relationships have changed. Your relationships and everything changes because everything goes back to the mind. Everything external outside of us is physically done. When you're working on you, everything about you starts to change. What advice would you give to everyone as far as if you were to start to go away from this information? What normally happens to the individual?
You go back to your old ways, your old beliefs. You start
The old habits.
yeah.
And we all feel this. I've gone through it, and you're still always continue going through it as you're reprogramming, because you've got a belief system where you have old habits, and if they start trying to creep back in, it's going to pull you back down. And everybody that I know that's gone through these programs, they go through it because you've got to be a different mind. You've got to be a different person. So can you give a couple of illustrations? What's happened whenever you felt yourself slipping back into the old routine or the old way of thinking? What started to change immediately?
My business. You can see business starts going down. My confidence starts going down. My belief starts going down. Just everything starts going down.
Good.
And it's happened to me while I was doing this. I mean, I was doing real good, and I was letting the fear, doubt, and worry get to me. And one of my goals was to get this building, and I wanted the building so bad. But then I started letting my circumstances, control, of how I thought about it. How I was letting the worry, the fear, doubt, and worry was starting to get to me. And when I did that, it also too, like if it affected my health, I got sick. I was out for a month, and man, I remember just sit on the like the third week of being sick. One night I was just sitting on the bed, and I was having a hard time breathing, and man, I wasn't happy with myself. I was like, man, I could feel that I was falling off again, and I just needed to take control of my thoughts, myself, and get back on this. And as soon as I got back on, boom,
Right back.
everything started changing again.
Business changed, right? I remember you calling me. And work started to flow. Everything started to go back to the way it was when you were in the information, right?
Yep.
So again, we're doing this. I've been doing this for several years. I wanted to bring a company. I wanted to bring this information back to our companies. I wanted to bring it back to. I brought it back to my business partner, Taha. I brought this information back to everyone because I knew that this was something. This was a lifestyle change, and not only was it a lifestyle change for me, it was going to help everyone around me. And we wanted to have an Institute of the Mind where we would be able to help other people and bring other people on, and they would be able to take part in what we're doing. And I know that if you stay in this information, your life is just going to start to escalate. That's the reason we call it Scaling for Life. And I know that this needs to be a behavior. It needs to be a habit. And we're going to continue our talk, and we'll come back on Thursday on how you're going to progressively move forward and how you're applying this information. But the main thing I want everyone to know is that this is a lifestyle. And if you want to live a lifestyle of going and doing the things that you want to do, when you want to do them, you have to have a different mindset. You have to have a support. You don't have to have a support group. I didn't have a support group at the time. but I was pushing myself and I was making myself take on new behaviors that I was not programmed to do. At the time, I was not programmed to get up at 4 a.m. I didn't have the habits of getting up at 5 a.m., of going to doing the work and working on me and working on my mind and changing the way I think. I had to develop all those behaviors, and I had to program myself to do it when nobody else was doing it and nobody around me was doing it. The great thing about what we're doing different here is that we've already started to develop this culture around ourselves where we've got high performers now. We've got
that's what I like about this. We could find something online that we could do, you know, pretty much the same thing, but I'm happy and grateful that there's an office here teaching this stuff. So I'm able to go there, and it's a whole different energy when you're there at the office.
Right.
And that's why I like being there every morning. It's just a different energy instead of just you know, trying to do it over the phone or online or whatever. But the office, being surrounded with you know, high performance people, and it's a whole different level, a whole different feeling.
Yep. Well, good deal. I hope this serves you guys. And again, we're living the life we're living not by accident, by program. We're living the life we're living not that we can do more. We don't think we can do more. Otherwise, you'd be doing it. Think about that. You're living the way you're living not because you can do more, because you don't think you can do more. And we can show you how to do that. So I hope this helps you guys out. And if you're looking toward this information, you want to learn more, give us a call, send me a message. Manuel, thank you for coming on, and we'll be seeing each other when I get back in town.